Hello, welcome to No Filter Boxing. This week we go behind the scenes with one of the standout fighters of 2018, Josh Warrington. He's preparing to defend his featherweight world title against Kid Galahad and will be looking to make another huge statement.
We are not stopping here. Talks about me not being at level. No man has been able to beat me. Doesn't talk about the little magical potion meant to give him some special powers. There's no shortcuts to the top. Honest, hard, rash. Critics said we can't, he's not good enough, he's at the wrong weight. They said the same with Carl Frampton. English, British, Commonwealth, European, international, world titles. The road to unification starts here.
I believe I'm better than him in every single department.
On 2:15, it's going to be brutal. He's going to be walking into a bear pit.
I'm not in this game to make friends.
Barry is getting an ID.
Josh, would you say the pressure's on you now? There's more expectation on you?
There's always pressure, regardless. First fight, 29th fight, English title, world title, it don't matter, there's always pressure. Whenever somebody buys a ticket, whenever there's something at stake, this is not tennis. It's not like losing at Wimbledon and you get another year to enter competition again. Fights aren't always easy to make and you lose, it takes years to get back up. So I don't sit and listen to folks saying how good I am on this and another and like sit at home and tell our lass, hey, have you seen this? I'm great, mate, you know. I just concentrate on what needs to be done.
With your last few results,
yeah,
and with the frenzy you get yourself into, you must feel that you're almost unstoppable now.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, confidence does rocket, and it has rocketed certainly over the last 12 months. You know, beating Selby and Frampton in the way that I did, you know, it just backs up all your beliefs. For us as a team, we believe we could beat them, and we believe we could beat them the way that we did. But it was about performing it on the night.
Every time he steps in the ring, he's improving as a fighter, yeah. I think what you get is, I think it takes, for Josh, I think I used to see this where he got in the ring and he was tense. And then he'd settle down after maybe 2 or 3 rounds. Now he gets in, he's just relaxed, so relaxed, takes on board what you tell him. More importantly, he carries out the instructions that you give him.
I know in the back of my mind that, you know, just train hard, the job will be done, but I still build my opponents up to be the best that I'm fighting, and I think that mindset has been good for me throughout my career. This fight here, people expect it to be a walkover because Barry's not been in that same calibre as what Selby and Frampton have, but I still take this fight serious, man. He's stopping my progression, so I can't overlook him. The day that you start overlooking opponents and put your feet up is when it falls to pieces.
Not looking past Barry at all. You know, what we don't want is a banana skin. And I think we focus more on this fight with Barry than we have any others. And then we're on super fights, aren't we? Super fights, I don't think Frampton were a bad fight. I don't think Selby were. It's interesting, once we beat them, that it were a weight drain, Selby. It's interesting that Carl's not as good as he was. But listen, we can... Martinez, when we fought him, we fought for 10 rounds with one hand after he'd done his hand in the second round.
You're on the verge of something big. Does this feel like it's the last hurdle before you hit that next level?
It's just unseen territory. I mean, so many good fighters have been taught to get to a certain level and they've fallen that hurdle, and we've gone past that and could go even further now. Not just be a great fighter from Leeds or Yorkshire, but be a great fighter from England, from this country, and a great featherweight to come out of this country. There's been a few world champions of late, but there's not been that many unified world champions. It's not just the fights as well, it's the legacy, it's the memories, what you make for the fans who've been supporting us for a long time. It's financially what I can do for my family. And
are your friends and family already talking about going to Las Vegas and doing that?
It's crazy. You know, I can walk around city centre, you know, people have been shouting. I mean, I'd say an example. Over there, I were in town and walking down Briggate, busy high street in Leeds, and fella shouting across, Josh, give me a lead salute. All right, pal, we're ready for it. And shouting across, yeah, he's, you know, attracting quite a bit of attention. I'm trying to keep my head down. Yeah, Vegas after this one, yeah, he's doing a bit of shadow boxing. Possibly, mate, that's what we want, I'll be there. I'm saying, are you coming to this one? No, can't make it to this one, but I'll be Vegas. Like, Vegas isn't even on the cards yet, but he's got it in his head that he's there.
Yeah, it's just like a big Blackpool, isn't it, Las Vegas? What you've got to do is, we'll do what we have to do. We'll decide that once this fight's out of the way.
Would you like to go there, personally?
Yeah, I'm not bothered either way, to be honest with you. Whether it's Las Vegas or Leeds, it's just want to deliver for fans, don't we, you know? Keep winning, keep switched on and give them what they want.
Everyone's getting excited now because it's, you know, when I used to work as a dental technician, lads at work used to say, soon enough, Josh, you'll be working here, you'll be Vegas and this, that and other. And it would kind of like tongue in cheek, you know, just laugh, I'd say it to Josh, boast his, you know, confidence in this, that and other, but now it's almost reality.
How proud would you be to see Josh's name up in lights on the Strip or in New York or on billboards in America?
Oh, it'd be nice. I'd be extremely proud. I mean, listen, I enjoy every occasion. I've just drove past Ellen Road and there's a big billboard with him on there and he's modelling some Leeds United kit or something, you know what I mean? And driving past there, he's there again, you know.
They didn't ask you to model it, no?
They did, but I had other commitments, to be honest with you, you know what I mean? I've got bigboys.co.uk and I've got Giacomo fighting over me at the minute.
Is there a danger with the success that he's had, certainly the last couple of fights, that he thinks he's invincible?
No, absolutely not. I think they're hoping and they're trying to plant a seed, you know, but, I mean, to be fair, Dominic and Barry are not sharpest tools in box, to be honest with you. And I mean that in a nice way. If they're thinking that, I mean, there was one comment made, I'll beat Josh Warrington because he's opening a restaurant and he's got twins. What a comment to come out with. You know, it's like, that don't even make sense, mate. It don't even make sense. We're all in boxing here, and we all know what it's about. We've been in so many big fights and big occasions to let things get to us, you know. All this thing trying to plant a seed, it just don't work, does it?
Is it any more of a disappointment that you're not in one of those super fights now and that it's Barry as well, someone that you don't particularly like?
I don't get upset about it. I've got to fulfil my mandatory. I ain't going to give up my title for anybody. And I think I'll probably get recognised as a better champion for fighting everybody who's been put in front of you. And it's just part of the process. Get another fight, back at home, another defence, and then it'll all happen in good time.
You're not his biggest fan, are you, Barry?
I used to speak to Barry. He probably told you himself. I'd known him from the amateur days, known him a very long time, known his family. He used to come to the gym, do a bit of sparring, used to see him at shows. In amateurs, when you get through like the Yorkshire division, like Yorkshire versus Midlands, and you'd see other Yorkshire lads, and I'd have a chat with him, and really, you know, well-spoken lad. Even as far as the Boxing Writers Awards, 2014, stood on having a good chat, shake of hands and whatnot, and then he disappeared and he come back a bad man. Like he'd been living in the Bronx for a few years. And I just see through his badman persona, and I just think there's certain ways how you conduct yourself as a fighter.
What did you get from the head-to-head where you made him jump?
He says I'm an emotional person, but I think Dominic plays a massive part in telling him how good he is and working on his confidence and stuff like that. Obviously, he'll go into the gym. You know, for his own merit, he's a boxer, he loves the sport and stuff, but I think Dominic talks massively about me having people around me saying how great I am and this and other. That's a lot of everyone around me takes at me. I might be a world champion, but I don't get the world champion treatment, that's for sure. You know, he's elusive, he's got that switch-hitting style, he can frustrate folk, he can spoil them, tie them up, not let them work. And the shots, what he brings from unorthodox angles, you know, your textbook shots, so you have to be wary when he's switching over, then bringing shots. A lot of his plus points, but when you look over the fights that he's had and the opposition who he's boxed, a lot of the times he's had his own way and been able to do that.
This Ingle way of training, it's all that now. There ain't any more that can add to it. And it's been proven time and time again that conventional boxing, using your fundamentals, minor adjustments, they don't like it. You can do whatever you want in boxing, but it all comes down to fundamentals. They've got this vision that their style is quite difficult to deal with, and comes down to being there or not being there, doesn't it?
What does Barry do well as a fighter?
I'm going to say talk's a good fight, but he don't say very much, does he, to be fair? What I will say, I'll be honest, we've done all build-up, we've done all bits of niggles and needling. He's not a bad fighter, he's there on merit, isn't he? He's kind of all right at everything, you know? And he must be, because like I say, he's there, he's our mandatory, and we need to get him out of the way before we move on.
As a fighter, you know, Frampton said that you hit surprisingly hard and he was surprised by your power. I think you got 6 stoppages in 28, but 6 in your last 12 or 13. Yeah. So what's happened? How come you're punching with more authority?
Yeah, mate. I've been using the same people they've been using. No, I tell you what it is. I'll tell you, I mean, I can go on about it and make loads of excuses of why I've got so many records, but I might have said this to you before, young 18-year-old probably should have been fighting at bantam, super bantam throughout my career, but I was fighting at feather. But I learned a lot of ring craft, I got the rounds under my belt. When I started to get to title level, I started to get my man strength, fill out a little bit more, sit down on the punches, and that's when the stoppages have started to come.
Anybody questioning that needs to look at his list of opponents. And if they want to do that, sit down, look at them, write them down. Have a look at their records. Because it's interesting that we've only had so many stoppages. Maybe because we've been fighting a better standard of opponent than they have.
Were you surprised that you managed to dominate Frampton so much in the first 2 rounds of that fight?
No, because I think it needed to happen like that. I remember being in a hotel room, just going over little things in my head on the day of the fight, and I'm watching little minutes of previous fights, and the longer the fight goes on, if Carl's got his own way, the stronger he gets, the more he can dictate the fight. I had to take that away from him. I had to take that away from him as early as possible, and I knew that if I'd have given him that distance in his comfort zone, I'd happily do it again. If he won a world title again, I'd happily have another scrap with him.
His ambition, actually, when we started boxing, was to win a British title. Not even keep it or win it outright, but just to win a British title. We want English, British, Commonwealth, European, world title, you know. We've done it traditional way. I'm pleased about that. I said, another thing I'm pleased about is we boxed at Ellen Road. He won his world title at Ellen Road. We're one of his idols there, Lucas Radaby, others, Kaiser Chiefs, and a big crowd there urging us on against his arch rival, which was Lee Selby. So that's some achievement, and it's going to take some beating, isn't it? So I think except for Vegas, it would be nice for him, and if it comes about, then so be it, we'll go.
What's left on the list for you? I
want a unified division, man. I've set my stall out on that Ring Magazine belt, and I'm obsessed with that. I've got a feature in the April's edition, 6 pages long. I mean, that's a creme de la creme in that magazine, you know, and they've got me ranked number 2, and when number 2 ranks fights number 1, it's up for the Ring Magazine belt, and Leo Santa Cruz, number 1. I want that fight, I really want that fight. You know, he shared 24 rounds with Carl, but it never did what I did to Carl. He never did that to him, but I genuinely believe I can beat him, and it's like memories, stuff that people talk about for years to come. Those who come along and went to the States to watch Josh fight in a unified division, that silly old Josh who used to run on from school, and now he's fighting at the very, very pinnacle, he's unifying the division. That's what I want to do, mate, and then hopefully I'll be able to buy an house with a swimming pool.
Stories to tell the kids as well.
Stories to tell the kids, yeah. And I think we'll just take every fight as it comes after that. I won't mind getting that green and gold belt as well at the WBC belt, looks lovely. Try win as many as I can. Just keep on going, every fight as it comes, and then when my time's done, I get fat as my dad. Massive year. One of them years where I should get it tattooed on across my chest or something like that. The bit of attitude, the bit of bad man, I just find it a bit false. He's a different character once we are face to face. He either doesn't say anything or he just stares at me. It's about producing it on the night and not leaving anything to second chance. And the more you've practiced it in the gym, then the more likely it's going to come off on the night.
Josh Warrington, relentless. Last fight, punches landed 243, written off 28 times. Proved the doubters wrong 28 times. Power punches 205, weight 57 kg, deadlift 155 kg. Body shots 95, titles won 6, miles they run 7, he runs 8. Total rounds 217, punches thrown 719, but the biggest baddest number of them all. We call this undefeated.
It's It's all over. It is all over by knockout.
Massive, massive year. One of them years where I should get it tattooed on across my chest or something like that. It was quite a funny fight, that Dennis Sealand fight, you know. And I felt like there were loads of pressure on that one, because if I'd have lost that fight, I'd have been the nearly man. The man who nearly got there, you know, the man who'd been shouting out Selby's name for a long time, and he couldn't get there himself. He couldn't make himself a mandatory challenger, and once I got past that hurdle, then you know what was going to stop me from getting that world title. And the fight with Selby, there was a lot of build-up. Obviously, with it being at Ellen Road, a lot of pressure in its own right. I knew it was meant to be, and when I walked into the stadium on that day, I felt like a god. I really did. It was just an overwhelming feeling what I had, you know, come over me. Got in the ring, I soaked in, you know, the atmosphere from all sides, and it ended up being a good fight as well.
And new IBF featherweight champion of the world.
Come away from that one, and you're like, right, where do we go now? Do you go, like I said, do you string it out? Do you go defending your title? You know, we got offered the Carl Frampton fight. Obviously, he were chomping at the bit. Another motivation of mine was I didn't want to be a flash in the pan. I didn't want to be someone who's just won the world title because he beat a champion on this bad night. You know, you are an established champion when you defend your belt. When it comes to Frampton, he's the elite level. You know, you might be a world champion, but you're not at that level, Josh. You know, I want to fight champion after champion, and the momentum's when it's in your stride, then you need to carry it with you. My baby girls being born, it changed my life. They really have. You know, twin girls, and me and Natasha left our first little home together, and we got a new house, and it's like a new family home now. So it was quite an eventful year. Was 2018, and you can't dwell on it. You've got to keep on going, and you try to better them. And we've got, you know, Barry has been mandatory challenge. You know, I'm obligated to fight him, and I've set my sight on unifying the division now and fight one of the other three big names: Valdez, Gary Russell, or Leo Santa Cruz. I'm ranked number 2. Like I say, you fight 1 and 2 fight each other, then the Ring Magazine belt's up for grabs. So yeah, I think he's the one that I'd like to fight. It's just like going to work, isn't it? You know, and I've done the 9 to 5. I've done the 9 to 5 and driving to training after. So anytime I feel a bit sorry for myself, I always have to realise that I'm in a fortunate position because I'm doing something that I love doing, and when I'm not doing it, I miss it. I've got a drive to make more history, to tick over personal goals, to make more memories, not just for myself, but for the people around me, the fans. It's all stuff that you write, you create, but becomes folktale in years to come, and that's what I want to do. It's kind of living the dream, so why not enjoy it? I think all the build-ups from his side's been false. You know, all the bad man persona, the bit of attitude, the bit of bad man. I just find it a bit false.
There's a hungry lion, and that, you know, the hungry lion's Kid Galahad, and 2019, you know, it's going to be my year.
If it's being used to get under my skin or get me head, then yeah, it's not really working. You know, it just makes it look laughable, and if anything, you want to train harder just to make sure that you do a good number on him. But I don't think half the stuff he believes what he's saying. You know, he just sounds ridiculous. And I like to say my piece when I am face to face, looking at someone in the eye, and reading their emotions and whatnot. But yeah, he's a different character once we are face to face. He either doesn't say anything or he just stares at me. It gets to a stage where you can only say so much, and then you've got to fight ultimately. The talking will be done in ring.
Ah! Come on!
So, you know, the way that I'm feeling, the way that I'm training, the way that my sparring's going and whatnot, I can see nothing more than an entertaining fight. 3 weeks, 2 days. Not like I'm counting. Comes round quick, and before I know it, I'll be in changing rooms, and I'll be like visualising and just going through fighting my head. And I'll be saying to myself, let's hear again. It's like life stops until that moment, because it all comes down to that next fight. In my career, you've got to win to progress, and I can't think about anything else until I've done that fight, you know what I mean? I'm pretty much a laid-back person. Like, fight life just brings me alive. If you can do a circuit well, if you can do a run or a track session well, you can do the pads and techniques, 12 rounds well. I think once you've ticked all in boxes there, the rest of it is just sharpening, fine-tuning. End of the day, it comes down to what happens on night, and you can go through a camp, beasting every circuit, breaking all records in your strength conditioning, smashing all your runs, and then you might not turn up on fight night. You can work as hard as you want in here, and it gives you better odds, but it's got to count for something on the night. It's got to count for something on the night, and a lot of people don't prepare for that upstairs. Other sports have sports psychologists, and they have, especially at the highest level, they have people dealing with your mindset. But I think because we're boxing, you're tough fellas. You're tough fellas. You know how to go about it, and you still got to be able to hold your nerve. Every day is an hard day, and I sparred last night. Coming today, you've got little aches and pains and whatnot, but once I got going, lung were there, and my arms felt good. I felt like I was flowing. I wasn't born with it. I don't wake up in the morning and I can just go running for 10 miles. No, it's not like that whatsoever. We graft, and we graft hard in here. Time. Good one. You've got to make sure that you've got your game plan right. You've got to make sure that you've got a good engine. Once the engine's there, and you've got your game plan pretty much sorted, it's about producing it on the night and not leaving anything to second chance. And the more you've practiced it in the gym, the more likely it's going to come off on the night.
Josh Warrington, relentless. Last fight, punches landed 243. Written off 28 times. Proved the doubters wrong 28 times. Power punches 205. Weight 57 kg. Deadlift 155 kg. Body shots 95. Titles won 6. Miles, they run 7. He runs 8. Total rounds 217. Punches thrown 719. But the biggest, baddest number of them all. We call this undefeated. Next up, Warrington versus Galahad. Exclusively live on BT Sport.